Hello, welcome to this class. As I had promised, we want to start this class and we are not going to take long. We shall just take a few minutes. We are going to take a few minutes on this class. So, since it is just introduction, I want us to know that the course is EDUC111. This is Introduction to Education. Introduction to Education. So, we are talking about education. What is education? What is education? Education is the act or process of imparting or acquiring general knowledge, developing the powers of reasoning and judgment, and generally of preparing oneself or others intellectually for mature life. Once again, for those who have joined, I want to say that this is a Duke 111. It is meant for first year, first sem. It is meant for first year, first sem. This is introduction to education. So if you are a fourth year, kindly leave the class. So since we are talking about education, this is what I'm saying, that education is the act or process of imparting or acquiring general knowledge, developing the powers of reasoning and judgment, and generally of preparing oneself or others intellectually for mature life. What am I saying? I'm saying that education is the act or process of imparting or acquiring general knowledge, developing the powers of reasoning and judgment, and generally of preparing oneself or others intellectually for mature life. We can also say that it is, or education is, the act or process of imparting or acquiring. Education is the act or process of imparting or acquiring particular knowledge or skills as for a profession. You can also say that education aims at creating a permanent behavioral change in the individual through imparting knowledge, skills, and values. Friends, there are three things that I've said. There are three things that I've said. And if you are just joining, I've said that this is EDUC 111, Introduction to Education, that is meant for first year, first sem. So if you are a fourth year or if you don't belong here, kindly leave because the class is not meant for you. So because we are talking about education, it is very important for us to define what education is. What is education? Education is the act or process of imparting or acquiring general knowledge, developing the powers of reasoning and judgment, and generally of preparing oneself or others intellectually for mature life. You can also say that education is the act or process of imparting or acquiring particular knowledge or skills as for a profession. You can also say that education aims at creating a particular permanent behavioral change in the individual through imparting knowledge, skills, and values. So, just as I said in our physical class yesterday, that at university level, very many scholars have defined education in different ways. So, I'm not disputing any other way but of defining education, but this one is what we are agreeing as a class. This is our operating definition in this course. But you can check through various books in your library, also on the internet, to find out how various scholars have defined education. Now, we have also agreed that you people are teacher trainees. You've come here to be trained to become teachers. So you are student teachers. You are teacher trainees. That one, there is no dispute. There is no dispute about that. We are not in dispute that you are teacher trainees. So what is the teacher education? This education that you are receiving, the education that is given to P1 teachers in colleges, the education that is given to diploma teachers in colleges, and the kind of education that we are giving to you, a teacher trainees. So what is teacher education? Teacher training refers to the policies, procedures, and provisions designed to equip teachers with the knowledge, attitude, and behaviors, skills that they require to perform their tasks effectively in the classroom, schools, and wider community. What is teacher education? What kind of education are you receiving as a teacher trainee? So, teacher training refers to the policies, procedures, and provisions that are designed to equip teachers with the knowledge, attitude, behavior, and skills that they require to perform their tasks effectively in the classroom, school, and also wider community. So you may be wondering what is teaching. I told you what we are doing, what I'm doing, may not necessarily be defined as teaching. This is lecturing. But after this training, we expect you to go out and teach. So whatever you will be carrying out will be referred to as teaching. So what is teaching? Teaching can be defined as the act of giving lessons on a subject to a class or learners. We are saying that teaching can be defined as the act of giving lessons on a subject to a class or learners. Teaching is the act of giving lessons on a subject to a class or learners. Friends, you have a library. Go to library and find out how other scholars have defined teaching. You can also use that library in your hand, that is the internet, using your mobile or your smartphone to find out how other scholars have defined teaching. What about learning? Learning occurs every time you people are learning, and even without a teacher or a lecturer, you are still learning. So, what is learning? Learning is used in the sense of acquiring knowledge, skills, and attitude. When you acquire knowledge, skills and attitude. We can say that you are learning, that you are learning. There are very many theories that have talked about learning. So, learning theory explains how students receive, process, and retain information throughout the learning process. I'm saying that learning theory explains how students receive, process, and retain information throughout the learning process. Learning is understood by psychologists as a change in behavior due to an experience. We're saying that learning theory explains how students receive, process, and retain information throughout the learning processes. That learning theory explains how students receive, process, and retain information throughout the learning process. Learning is understood by psychologists as a change in behavior due to an experience. What is assessment? According to Brown 1990, I repeat, according to Brown 1990, assessment refers to a related series. Hello, kindly call me later on. Call me after 30 minutes. I'm in class. So, according to Brown 1990, assessment refers to a related series of measures used to determine a complex attitude of an individual or a group of individuals. So that according to Brown 1990, assessment refers to a related series of measures that are used to determine a complex a complex attribute. Then I expect you to be in class. What is happening? What about you? Now, what are you using? Which procedure? One, I told you that you are supposed to go to YouTube, and in the YouTube, you search this EDUC111 hyphen Merit Gate Academy. The what? Now, what you do after that, in fact, I've seen these fellows, the fourth years are joining. I've seen fourth years there. So, what you do after Duke 111 and you go to Duke 111 hyphen, that is a Merit Gate Academy. After that, you are supposed to go to live class, live. Just go to live. Advise them to do that. Let them not go to those videos that are there. Let them go to live class, live, whatever is on now. Yes. Now, friends, I've told you that this is not a doof. This is a Duke 111. Introduction to Education. It is meant for first years, first sem. So the fourth years, kindly leave. I can see fourth years, Aisha. This is not your class. Kindly. This is a class for first years. Educ 111, Introduction to Education. If you are a fourth year, kindly leave and enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your holiday. Yes, I've seen first years here, people like Willie Kiprono. Can you advise your colleagues? Advise your colleagues how you manage to join because they are telling me that they cannot find the class. Just advise them. Advise them on your WhatsApp wall so that they know how to join the class. I don't intend to take long. This class is just supposed to take about 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes. Okay. So, what is assessment? What is assessment? Assessment. And this is what I'm saying that Brown 1990 defined assessment as a series of measures used to determine a complex attribute of an individual or group of individuals. I repeat that Brown 1990 said that assessment refers to a related series of measures used to determine a complex attribute of an individual or group of individuals. This involves gathering and interpreting information about student level of attainment of learning goals. I repeat that assessment involves gathering and interpreting information about students' level of attainment of learning goals. Aisha Salim, are you enjoying this class? Don't you have something else to do? This class is not meant for you. It is meant for first years. But if you are enjoying, you can stay in. This is a course that you did in first year, first sem. It is meant for first year, first sem. So if you are enjoying, it's okay. If you are not enjoying, you can leave and enjoy yourself. You can go somewhere in a restaurant and do what? And enjoy yourself with chips and juice. But it is meant for first years. Okay, that is okay. That is okay. If the link is there, that is okay. So this is what we are saying. I want to repeat for the sake of those ones who are just joining now. Let me repeat what we have said so far. That this is a EDUC 111. It is meant for first year, first sem, and it is introduction to education. So it is very important that you know what education is. And this is what we've said so far, that education is the act or process of imparting or acquiring general knowledge, developing the powers of reasoning and judgment, and generally of preparing oneself or others intellectually for mature life. That education is the act or process of imparting or acquiring particular knowledge or skills as for a profession. That education aims at creating a permanent behavioral change in the individual through imparting knowledge, skills, and values. That is what we said. We say that what you people have come for, what you people have come to do at the University of Eldoret is to receive teacher education. And that led us to defining what teacher education is. And we said that teacher education refers to the policies, procedures, and provision of design. I want to come up again. The teacher education or teacher training refers to the policies, procedures, and provisions that have been designed to equip teachers with the knowledge, attitude, behaviors, and skills they require to perform their tasks effectively in the classroom, school, and wider community. What is teacher education? We've said that teacher education and teacher training refers to the policies, procedures, and professions that are designed to equip teachers with the knowledge, attitude, behaviors, and skills that they require to perform their tasks effectively in the classroom, school, and also in the wider community. We also said that teaching is not necessarily what I'm doing now, but teaching is what you people will be required to do immediately after this training. So, what is teaching? Teaching is an act of giving lessons on a subject to a class or learners. What is learning? Learning is used in the sense of acquiring knowledge, skills, and attitude. That learning is used in the sense of acquiring knowledge, skills, and attitude. Learning theory explains how students receive, process, and retain information throughout the learning process. That learning theory explains how students receive, process, and retain information throughout learning process. Learning is understood by psychologists as a change in behavior due to experience. So, according to Brown 1990, assessment refers to the related series of measures that are used to determine the complex attitude of an individual or a group of individuals. So, this involves gathering and interpreting information about students' level of attainment or learning goals. Evaluation is the system, or evaluation is a systematic process of collecting and analyzing data in order to determine whether and to what degree objectives are being achieved. Evaluation can also be said to be a systematic process of collecting and analyzing data in order to make decisions. Now, kindly allow me to ask, yes, have you succeeded? Have you succeeded? Okay, that is okay. So, why can't you assist them? I just assisted them. Now that I've assisted you, assist them. Now, I also want to advise those who have already joined. Kindly subscribe right away, so that next time we have a class of this nature, you will be able to join. You will be notified. You will be notified. Kindly subscribe. So let us give them uh, benefit of doubt. Give them some time to do what? To join. Okay. Now, yesterday I gave you a handout through your class rep, and I want you to refer to that handout of week 2. It deals with the teaching and learning. So, in the content, you are supposed to get the concept of learning, the concepts of teaching and learning processes, the concepts of learning and learning styles, learning theories and implications of learning, teaching theories, and you will find out assessment. So kindly look at the concept of learning. You are supposed to get the meaning and definition of learning. That is very important. Mm, we have some definitions of learning there, and we have given you from number one up to number nine. So make sure that you go through them, and after that, you compare with what I've given you in this lesson. We also have the formal definition that has already been given there. Look at that and make sure that you have it. Mm, uh, where we will also be expected to look at the definition of learning as given by Jean Piaget. Now, we also have the concept of teaching. Kindly look at the concept of teaching. Look at the various definitions that you have been given of interest. Look at what the work of Skinner, Edmond. These are people who looked at teaching and compare whatever they gave with what I've given you in this lecture. Now we also have the distinction between teaching and learning, and here I've given you various determinants or various areas of distinction. There is a distinction in terms of definition, distinction in terms of performer. We have also given you the distinction between teaching and learning in terms of period, distinction between learning and teaching in terms of effort, in terms of motivation. After that, I want to compare with what I've given you in this lecture, and that will be okay. After that, kindly look at the questions that I've given you, and those questions are in terms of students' assessment at the end of that. So that will really help. Remember, I promise not to take long. I only promise to take about 15 minutes, and we have done about 30 minutes. So those ones who joined late, this is what I'm advising you. Make sure that you replay this video because this video is not going to be erased. And those ones who are yet to join, you will advise them to go directly to this video because the title of this video is EDUC111. Just tell them to join and to go to the video called EDUC111. And once they have joined, kindly ask them to subscribe so that next time they will not find it difficult to join this class. Okay, that is okay. Um, Faith Chukrui, you have told me that you have joined, that you are enjoying, but you joined late. So that is okay. You can just replay this video because it will remain there in this wall. But make sure that you have subscribed. Look at we have a button down there. Look at it and subscribe. Just press that button, subscribe, and that one you will always be notified. Now, without further ado, without further ado, allow me to end this class so that you can enjoy your afternoon. Make sure that you subscribe, enjoy your holiday, kindly assist others. Assist others. Thank you for being good students and warn those of us who did not attend our class. Well, yesterday, you people were hardly 30. You were hardly 30. I counted those people who attended classes, and I realized that you were hardly 30. We have somebody, Dorothy, you have displayed your number. Kindly don't. This is online for your own security. Don't delete that number. Delete your number. Your name is okay, but that one, that number is very dangerous because this is online. Your enemies are likely to get that number and misuse it. Kindly do not share your number here. Hello? Yes, I've assisted you. Dorothy, I've assisted you. I've deleted your number, and that is okay. So enjoy your holiday. Thank you.